was the vision behind Regal Resilience, and how has it evolved since its inception?
The vision was because of this, this F up. And two, this is why I think like life is so, when you can sit back and look at it all, like in retrospect, how magical it actually is, because everything we do here, whether we realize it or not, and things we speak to, even 2019, 2021, it's all sort of like an expansion of where you go kind of next. So I've been wanting to do this series because this was so painful to go through, right? The going back and forth with these co-founders and the having to face that I created it. And then I was like, it would be so cool, because I felt so siloed out. There was shame with it as well, right? When you talk about shame came up, like, how dare I go against what I kind of believe in, kind of going back to the whole selling out thing. And I was like, it's common though, you know, this like picking the wrong co-founders, even in the best of circumstances, it's like a marriage. You just never know if it's going to fully work or not. And I was like, how great would it be to just have like, and it was born from, they do these F up nights in Europe, by the way, and they're starting to do them.
What?
They call them F up nights.
I love that.
Where you literally, and they sell out, you literally go on stage and you talk about your F up stories.
I love it.
And then you can get help, you know, and like share.
Well, because it also like creating real transparency. Because it's great to like glorify entrepreneurship and be like, it's great and it was wonderful and all these, but there's so many other elements that are shitty, like when you have a shitty contractor, or when you are not being the best leader that you need to be, and other people are like, well, you know, and like, you know, owning all that, like we don't talk about it enough.
Yeah.
No, we don't. And I mean, you guys have a beautiful like co-founder like relationship, but a lot of the times that's not, you know, it's hard to find it's hard to find that like beautiful where you both are bringing the other half of what you need in, and having that safe container, right? So to look at, to bounce off, hey, where am I right now, kind of thing, in that safer space. So it was a combination of both of those. It was my own experience that I have to be grateful for, because it was the catalyst for me to arrive to a different space now. And then it was inspired by the F up nights. So it was like a combination of both of those. They sell out all over Europe, and they're starting to come to the US. So for Regal,
that's something that needs to happen.
Yeah. And so I thought, how cool would it be to do like merge both, and then also like merge in, how do we like collectively do more intentional networking, and also like just champion other women, like truly champion, but then bring in that vulnerability to speak to it. Because it's harder for women, because sometimes they're afraid they may not get the funding if they look too weak, or, you know, what if I say this?
If our hair's too curly, if we wear too tight of a dress, if we too fuck sometimes, if we don't say it, if we believe in faith, if we don't like anything.
And
we can be judged upon anything.
It's so funny that you're talking about that, because we literally were talking to Savannah about that very thing. And so we didn't have like a name for it, but it was more so like creating a safe space for women in entrepreneurship. And even if there had to be like an NDA, so we could just be free, you know what I'm saying, to like just talk about
to be.
The things that we have a hard time with, but it's a safe space. And so it would be cool to call it that a little bit and have it here, because like you're not alone. Like there's so many people that feel that way. It's just bringing all those people together. And so I don't know when the last time you spoke with her, but that's something that like I think is already started, and they already had one.
I couldn't make that one because of the time.
So it starts small, but it could become a whole event. You never know.
Or you could just add it on to Regal Resilience. It could be like a little piece at the
segment.
You know, that we have.
Look, ideas coming right here on the podcast. You hear it here, folks. WarriorHER Podcast. This is how it happens when you get entrepreneurs together, you know?
Yeah,
like
I know.
Incubator for brainstorming ideas.
But also, I'd like to say that it's important, because I feel like I randomly found, I mean, nothing is random, but I found Tanya on Instagram during her time in Mexico.
Yeah.
But I think what I really love about her is that she's so like authentically herself. And it's like very refreshing and very nice to have someone who's just like, this is me,
genuine,
this is me. There's no like facade. This is just who I am. And I think that allows other people around you to then do the same
those walls
thing.
Come down,
and then you get to create, because now it's like, it's authentic. So we can talk about ideas and not scarcity, right? And like, it's not like you can take anything from me or I can take anything from you. It's like,
it's enough to eat type of mentality. Like, so,
but that is a mindset shift in itself.
But that's the biggest mindset shift that we're trying to foster with Regal Resilience, outside of just, having the women coming together in these public settings to tell their stories and have it be cross-generational and cross-cultural. But it's also let's remove this illusion of separation mindset that has been put there for centuries. We know why, because that's why we have the state of affairs we have today, to start like coming together, because there is money circulating in the world. It's just circulating in the same hands. How do we like start circulating it into the hands of people who actually want to make some change in the world? And we can only do that coming together in a reunion kind of setting. So if what we're doing inspires 20 other people to do some version or do something else, then that's part of it. And I think the vulnerability part has come through the experience of excavation the last couple years, where you just get to a point where you're done with it all. Like, this is me. And if I can't be honest about it, then how am I going to help other people if I'm just showing up to the grand stage and nobody knows how I arrived there? Right. And everybody's beating themselves up thinking, oh, she just arrived. Look how amazing she's doing. Well, I want people to know it's been painful throughout, and there's been times where I've wanted to and I'm still in the journey. So I want people to be able to like feel like it's okay.
And it keeps you humble too,
Yeah, it does.
And approachable.
Yeah, it keeps the humble part and also the teaching part. So people, because I think a lot of people shame themselves, because it's been a tough economically for a lot of people, a tough few years. Even now, I know businesses that are just barely getting by or having to revamp, and it's not going to serve.
Also,
restructure, and it's not going to serve anybody if we're all pretending instead of coming together and saying, okay, well, how can we, collaborate and grow together. Yeah,
that's the only way to make it through, honestly, into the other side.